Neptune Terminals, South Stacker Reclaimer, Controls and Operating Procedures. This video will show you the cab controls of the South Stacker Reclaimer as well as the operating procedures for stacking, reclaiming, and positioning the machine for extending the tow bar for third and fourth quadrant reclaiming. Cab and controls. On the left-hand chair console, we have the joystick for traveling north and south. We also have the water jetter control joystick for controlling the outside water sprayer. You also have the e-stop, your general reset, your high wind silence alarm button, your selector switch for 111 or 151 conveyors, and your bucket wheel off and on, your system start and system stop buttons, your reclaim mode button, the stack mode button, and your cab leveler up and down, your main water off and on, the center chute unplug and the tripper unplug, the dust monitor spray off and on, and your boom spray off and on. The two switches that are marked here with an X do nothing at this time. On the right-hand chair console, you have the slew joystick, the boom up and down, your window wiper controls, a bunch of lighting controls. There is also a bypass button on the top of the slew joystick for slewing when the conveyor belts are not running. On the above left indicator panel, there is run and fault lights for the luff, travel, slew, bucket wheel, and the conveyors. There is also the flop gate position lights, the surge bin high level fault light, and the slew lube fault light. Also, the base radio, usually on channel 1. On the above right indicator panel, there is the operating mode indicator lights, water control running lights, and the wind speed indicator. All indicators from both of these panels can also be viewed on the RS View screen. The wall-mounted monitors offer various camera views to assist you while you are stacking or reclaiming. On the top row, we have the front bucket wheel side camera, showing the pile collision probe. Next is the bucket wheel side boom camera, then the cab side boom camera, and finally the front cab side boom camera, again showing the pile collision probe. On the lower row, we have the front bucket wheel downward camera. Next, the entire view of the boom from the rear of the stacker reclaimer. Next, the under boom camera. This view is helpful watching the pile heights and the clearances between the bucket wheel and the coal. Lastly, the cab side downward view camera. Always scan your cameras when moving the machine to avoid running into the coal piles, which is unacceptable. The RS View is mostly used for information, such as the stacker reclaimer positioning, monitoring the tons per hour being reclaimed or stacked, and any faults that occur to the machine or conveyors. The RS View is also used for some procedures, such as selecting the modes, extending or retracting the tow bar, resetting the scale, enabling or disabling the step advance, and enabling the travel mode for watering the coal piles. Operating procedures, starting up in stack mode. To put the stacker reclaimer into stack mode, the system must first be stopped. Then click on the tow bar tripper shuttle HPU button. Check to see if the Cars to Storage or Cars to Vessel button is selected. If not, click onto the button to select the mode. Next, on the left-hand console, push the Stack Mode button. Wait until it is solid green. 151 or 111 conveyors may be used for reclaiming, but only 151 for stacking. Select 151. Your foreman may ask you to reset your boom scale. If so, press and hold the side reset button for 2 seconds. Never reset your scales without confirming that it is okay to do so from your foreman. Be sure your slew joystick is in the center position. Confirm with your foreman that it is okay to start up and you are on the correct pile. Then push the system start button. Once the system is running, call the coal dumper and tell them you are ready for cargo. The south stacker can stack the coal in either direction because of its ability to boom up very high. Under normal conditions, 6 luff degrees is considered the maximum pile height, but under certain circumstances, you may be asked to stack higher. Remember, the higher the boom, the larger the pile, so always watch the toe of the pile so as not to bury the bulldozer's roadways or encroach onto the center berm. Switching to reclaim mode. Once again, the system must be stopped. Check to see if the correct mode is selected. Now, on the left side control panel, push the Reclaim Mode button. It must be solid green. Reset the boom scale if necessary. Confirm with the ship foreman that they are ready for cargo. If so, press the System Start button. Once the system is running, you may begin to reclaim. Once you have positioned the reclaimer for your cut, use the Step Advance button to travel a preset distance at the end of each pass. Click on the Step Advance Enabled button to enable it. Now, when you travel in either direction, the reclaimer will only travel the preset distance, then stop. At this time, a distance of 1.2 meters. Always disable the Step Advance when repositioning the stacker reclaimer. The south stacker is capable of reclaiming 340 degrees. The first and second quadrant are reclaimed with the reclaimer traveling from north to south. The third and fourth quadrant are reclaimed traveling from south to north. The stacker reclaimer can only reclaim in the third and fourth quadrants. Stacking is not possible. For third and fourth quadrant reclaiming, the tow bar must be extended as seen in this picture. The stacker reclaimer must be in the correct position before the tow bar can be extended. First, the system must be stopped. The boom must be slewed out to 20 degrees from the berm. The stacker reclaimer must be traveled north to at least the 280 meter mark. This procedure may be done on either A or B side. Maintenance will now switch to manual control of the stacker reclaimer and then extend the tow bar. There are controls on the RS view screen to allow the operator to do the procedure. However, at this time, we do not use them. Do a system start and begin to reclaim in the third or fourth quadrant. When it is time to retract the tow bar, the stacker reclaimer must be south of the north stacker to at least the 56 meter mark. Also, the boom should be slewed out to at least the 20 degrees mark. Once again, maintenance will take over and retract the tow bar. The boom collision probes. The stacker reclaimer is now equipped with hanging collision probes placed on both sides of the boom. They are visible on 2 of your camera monitors, the bucket wheel side and the cab side. These probes are there to stop the reclaimer from plowing into the coal pile. If either probe is tilted, a large yellow box will appear on the RS view screen. This informs the operator that the boom is about to run into the coal pile. This should always be avoided. The operator should not just rely on the probes. When a boom pile collision is detected, the machine slew will stop. The operator should look at the situation and then boom up or travel away from the coal pile. Once the probe is clear of the pile, the warning box will disappear and the operator can continue to reclaim. On occasion, both stacker reclaimers may be in use at the same time. Although there is a radar system in place to stop the two machines from running into each other, it is still possible in the right situation that the two machines could still collide. The operators must always monitor each other's locations so this incident never occurs. Boom compression fault. It is not necessary on the south stacker reclaimer to boom down farther than approximately half the depth of the bucket wheel when reclaiming. If your cut is too deep and you are slewing too fast, you can get a boom compression fault on the RS view screen, which will shut down your conveyors. Before this happens, you will get a warning. The luff slew and travel buttons will start to flash red. If you back off your slew speed, you will not get the fault. If the fault does shut you down, you must do a system reset on the left-hand chair console, then a system restart. Once you are up and running again, you may continue to reclaim, but slow down the slew or raise the boom to take a shallower cut. Working with bulldozers. Bulldozers are also frequently pushing on the coal piles, sometimes in close proximity. The operator should be in good communication at all times, working as a team. If a bulldozer operator is getting too close to the stacker reclaimer, call the bulldozer and let he or she know you are uncomfortable with them working so close. Also, don't be afraid to call the bulldozer operator if they are pushing coal into your working cut prematurely. Plowing. If the pile is stacked high along the berm, it is possible to plow with the stacker reclaimer's boom when you are reclaiming or stacking. Always keep an eye on your cameras to avoid this from happening. It may be necessary that you move the stacker reclaimer away from the pile to let the bulldozers lower the pile height before you can continue. Travel mode. Travel mode is used when the stacker reclaimer is watering the coal piles for dust control. This allows the stacker reclaimer to travel north to south and south to north without the conveyor belts running. To enable travel mode, the system must be stopped. Then, on the RS view, click on the Travel Mode button. On the next screen, click the Enable button. The system will start for 2 minutes, then shut down. You now can water the coal piles.